everybody. Welcome back to Open Mic Podcast. Happy New Year. It's been a while since I've been here. Tonight, I have Mark Riley, who is a comedian that I met months ago at Giggles. I was at a fundraiser, and you were very funny, and you were on stage. And I hired him on the spot for my own show that was in January. Didn't really get the details, like his correct name. So, or a last name for that matter. And so to this day in my phone, it's Matt the comedian, but it's not Matt, it's Mark Riley. But I'm so thrilled he's joining me tonight. We're gonna kind of go over a lot of different things, including his history with hockey, his podcast, and the phenomenon of heated rivalry that is just exploding. And I want to kind of go over why you think it's such a phenomenon and big thing. I'll tell you what I think. It's great from your perspective of hockey, because it's really not a hockey movie.
Not really.
Not really. It's a lot of other things going on.
There's a hockey component. Let's just say that. So.
For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Heated Rivalry is a show that was created by Crave in Canada. And I believe it's 5 episodes, the one season.
Is it 5 or 6? I think it's 6
Is it
episodes.
6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've only watched them 3 times.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So anyway, so it was gonna be, with Canada hockey, that all makes sense. And it was gonna be just maybe, some people would see it, because Crave is not that popular a platform.
It's big in Canada.
Right.
Really big in Canada. I think they were involved with Letterkenny.
Oh, I love that.
And also, I think they had something to do with Shoresy, too.
Okay.
At one point. So, yeah, it's kind of like a Canada production company.
Kind of like a Hulu here?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
like not Netflix,
yeah.
but maybe like a Pluto or
Yes.
some other. So
Yep.
the thing that really shot this out of the ballpark was the fact that HBO Plus picked it up.
Yes.
And now it was in the United States, and people just love it. It's basically a beautiful love story.
Yes.
Between 2 captains of hockey teams that are rivals, hence
Yes.
the name.
Yeah. One's from Russia, one's from Canada.
Correct. Correct.
They came into the NHL, or their NHL.
Yes.
At the same time, one plays for Montreal, one plays for Boston. It's this whole kind of dynamic
Yes.
that they kind of play on.
And I think what's interesting is, you get 2 athletes, and athletes tend to be, well, male athletes tend to be expected to be very manly and not necessarily gay. And I think to this day there are probably some closeted professional male sports players. And this is why I love it, is because, well, first of all, I don't have HBO Plus, so I just kind of pieced it together with the YouTubes. So I know the story,
Yep.
and I didn't get all the details, but I get it.
Yeah.
But I think it just puts so much respect and dignity into 2 people that just kind of feel like they belong together.
Yeah, no, it's a great story, and it's actually pretty well done from the kind of the character arc and whatnot.
Yes.
And the fact, I think the fact that they're gay, makes people uncomfortable still, which is stupid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But so it's in, we all know that, I mean, it's not like every athlete isn't. There's
Right.
plenty out there that are.
Yeah.
And, as a guy who played on hockey teams and refereed for years, I've had, multiple friends that were gay.
Yeah.
Well, still are,
Yeah.
I assume. But, we didn't give a shit.
Right.
We didn't care.
Right.
It was, they're a teammate. We don't care.
Right. Right.
There's a couple of refs that are.
Yeah.
That, when I work with them, I don't care.
Right.
Do a good job. Be
right.
a good teammate.
Right.
That's all we care about. And I think, unfortunately, in this world we live in, it still makes certain people uncomfortable, especially those, real jock-like types that, have some latency, let's be honest, right?
Yep.
I mean, in the locker room, we're in the shower, we're all looking. Don't kid yourself. We all compare, all right? Don't, and anyone who says they don't
Is lying.
is lying.
Yeah.
But so it's a great story. The parts that I didn't like about it.
Tell me.
It jumped around a lot, which kind of made it a little tough to follow.
Yeah, it was a little choppy.
But I think, and a friend of mine read the books first before she watched the show.
Yeah.
And the books were interesting because book one kind of dealt with, I mean, I don't want to give anything away, but
Right.
dealt with the story about Hunter and the guy in New York.
Okay.
And then it really wasn't until I think books 5 and 6 that Elia and Shane, those characters were introduced, and that story. That's what the episodes
really what
are
the
based on.
episodes-
Yeah.
yes.
And then there's books in the middle that introduce characters that aren't even in the show yet, or
Okay.
are just kind of mentioned.
Okay.
So I think that's what season 2 might delve into.
Right.
Is that? But I think that's why it jumps around, because they play for opposite teams. They're not together all the time,
Correct.
and that's why. So I understand why, but it's kind of, it gets a little annoying sometimes.
Well, what surprised me was, and again, I don't want to give too much away, but when Shane and Elia go to his parents,
Yes.
and have a conversation, I was like, 8 years? Like that's where you're talking about the
Yeah.
choppiness.
It jumps
because it's
around, yeah.
like, oh, pre whatever, and then
Yep.
yeah. So that kind of threw me, but
Yeah. And the other thing I didn't like, and it had nothing to do with the sex scenes and stuff, because
Right.
they weren't even. That was like Cinemax. I mean, I wanted to see a little more, to be honest with you. I mean, I'll be honest. all
geez,
right?
I thought you did because I didn't see them, so I thought you did see more.
No, but they're out in public. Only once did Hollander. He's at the aquarium or something. He gets recognized by 2 people.
Yes.
That's the only time when he's out in public. These guys are like, some say it's based, kind of like on Sidney Crosby and Alex Ovechkin, in that Russian Canadian
Gotcha.
superstars, not them actually. If they go out in public, everyone's going to know them.
They're gonna
They're going to
mob.
be swamped. Now I get it. There's a Hollywood component, or they can't be 100% accurate.
Right.
But that was kind of like, come on, this
Yeah.
kid's out to dinner and no one's even noticing he's in the restaurant.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
kind of, I mean, and they're just stupid things. Like it doesn't kill the show.
No, it doesn't. But you're right. Like they're in a nightclub at
Yeah.
one point,
And no one-
no one's.
No one even is.
The only
nothing.
thing that they're noticing is each other dancing with girls.
And not one person comes up to them, and they'd be sworn. Like, send Patrice Bergeron into a nightclub. He's going to be swarmed by
Yeah.
it. Everyone's going to know who he is.
Exactly.
And that was kind of like and I get why.
Yeah, no,
I get why.
definitely, because it's
But-
just telling the story. It's keeping that story alive, the love story
Yes.
part alive. There was a couple of things. One woman wrote that she's just realized that she's never been in love because of the sort of sweetness of the 2 of them, like Ilya having ginger ales available for him
Yeah.
in the fridge. These
Yeah.
little cute things like the feet underneath when they're talking.
Yep.
Which does happen,
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
things matter, like you're being heard. Can I make you a grilled cheese? It's like, wow, I've never wanted a grilled cheese so bad
Right.
in my life.
Well, and I think it's a huge craze with a lot of girls. Say, I don't know, I don't know the demographics, but 18 to say 35 or
got it.
40. These guys are hot.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all hot.
Yeah.
And I know they're not all hot, but in this show,
In the
they're
show
all
they
hot.
are, yeah.
So it's like, there's that too. That's one of the things about. That's unrealistic. Not everyone on a hockey team is
Yeah.
good looking. I've seen them. I know. A couple pucks to the face and.
I was just going
You
to
know?
say, when they break their nose 2 or 3 times, that's not a good look. Have you? 'Cause your nose looks great.
No, my nose is crooked. It bends a little because it's been busted a few times. But I mean, but I think that's, and part of it is to, when
Appeal.
girls go crazy for
Yeah.
a show
Yeah.
and for the guys get like, oh, they're gay,
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like,
Defensive.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like, just watch it for what it is. It's a show.
You're right,
you know.
though. Their demographic, according to what I was reading, was, girls, just like you said, 18 up to 60.
Yeah, no, I cut it off, but I probably shouldn't have. I guess it goes to, anywhere.
and you know, what were they saying? Female coaches and things like that. But part of that, especially the 18 to 60 or whatever, part of that is because that's, you know, the romance is what the girls are looking for, you know. And like you said, oh, they're good, you know. It's like, yeah, that's not really the point of it. The point is that they're getting to a place where they kind of want to build a future together, because in order for Ilya to be a citizen, he was going to have to marry Slavania or something like that.
No, Svetlana.
There it is.
Svetlana, which is an unusual Russian name.
It's impressive, though. Good for you.
I'd love to go to the cottage for a couple of weeks. I'm kind of cottage curious now. I mean, minus the gay sex, I'd go there in a heartbeat.
That
grilled cheese, swimming.
You call that a cottage?
No, come on.
The thing is, I'm with you 100%.
Right?
I love all the little phrases like, I'm coming to the cottage.
Yeah.
The other scene that I love is they sit down together, they each have a Corona, and they're in Florida for some hockey thingamajig.
Yep.
And Ilya says, you look pretty. And then he doesn't say anything, and he goes, did someone take you shopping? And then finally Shane goes, can I tell you something? I hired a stylist.
Yeah.
And his face, Ilya's face is so great, because I think in the beginning, when he said, can I tell you something? I think he was thinking, oh, he's going to stay with Rose.
Here come.
Or this is a bad, I'm getting my emotions ready for a big dump dive.
Yeah.
And to hear that, it's just like his face just melts, and he laughs, and then he's like, you're an a-hole, you know? And
I wouldn't mind a stylist, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't want a stylist?
Well, what I love is, right, but, and because you wear sporty clothes. You could use a blazer.
I like to look good. I was the original metrosexual before that a cute name. Are you kidding me? I use ceramides, essential oils. I got hair care products. I've had them since high school. I'm comfortable with it.
You definitely are.
Know?
But yeah, that scene is really powerful, because it's like he's so relieved, Ilya, that this is what he's talking about. And then he says, why, you sick of dressing like shit? And then he's like, no, I just always wear sporting clothes. Yeah. And then Ilya goes, oh, I know what you used to wear. Yeah. But it's even that is sweet.
It's a nice love story.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. And you know, like I said, there's still people out there that get uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
And especially, you know, guys that aren't, you know, in touch with their feminine side, or not comfortable with their own, you know, stuff or whatever. I don't know why. I'm not a psychologist. I've seen a bunch, but, you know.
So have I.
I mean, there is a hockey show out there with a little less gay called Full Ride on YouTube that I'm in.
Oh my God, you are?
Yeah.
I'm just finding this out
My
now.
buddy Pat Shea from Marshfield, who's an incredible talent, does tons of stuff on the socials, Instagram, the TikTok. Yeah. He wrote, directed, produced this show. It's 5 episodes.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Full Ride TV show, I think it's called. But Full Ride is the name of the show.
Okay.
And I play the coach.
Oh, that's exciting.
And it's about college hockey, D1 college hockey players who all, you know, the ones that think they're entitled. You know, they don't have to go to class. They don't have to take tests. They can just show up whenever they want.
Full Ride.
And my character basically tells them they're idiots all the time.
Yes.
And kind of
That's a good
keeps them in
character
check.
for you.
I loved playing it.
Yeah.
I was a coach for years.
Yeah.
I know, like, kind of the dynamic, and
it came natural to you.
Yeah, no, yeah. I really enjoyed it. And we're hoping, you know, obviously he wants to do a season 2. Hopefully Hulu or someone will pay attention, because it's that good. Like, it's really good.
Yeah.
Really well written. You know, and
more hockey based than.
Well, there's no love story in it.
Right.
You know, there's one girl that kind of, you know, Pat's character thinks he's the only one, and he's not.
Poor Pat.
You know, it's a completely, it's different from that. It's different from Shoresy. You know, a lot of people, oh, Pat, you ripped off Shoresy. Shoresy, Jared Keeso himself, told me it's nothing like my show.
Right.
And he loves it.
Right.
You know, so.
Right. Well, that's artists supporting artists.
Yeah, 100%.
And that is unfortunately rare.
Well,
it's getting better.
Yeah. it's no different than in any field, but I think especially, you know, the entertainment field.
Yes.
You know, if certain person gets a certain show, well, now I'm slighted because I didn't get the show.
Right.
Instead of going, good for him.
Correct.
I want every one of my friends to make it because I hope if they do,
They
they're
might
going to bring
remember
me on.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean? Like that's
the right attitude. That's
yeah.
Like I got I'm part of Slate casting, and I get auditions here and there, and I got an audition for Emerson students who put together a little play, and they don't have money, which I totally get, but I think it's going to be.
No one does now.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Go to the grocery store
Yeah.
and get a bag for $90.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Get
know?
2 eggs
Yeah,
and
yeah.
call it a day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so they don't tape till August. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but I'm going to try out because it's a new experience for me. I'm really happy for these kids. Like
Yeah.
if they make it, just like what you're saying, if they do well, you know, I will have met them and
Yeah.
wish them luck, and there it is.
Yep,
Yeah.
100%. I think, you know, and it comes down to probably ego and security and,
Yeah.
you know, and also the fact that we all kind of grew up messed up. And, you know, if you don't fix that mess up at some point, you know, you live that way.
Well, it's interesting because I interviewed a man who wrote a book called What's Wrong with You? And it's all about growing up in the 60s and 70s.
Okay.
And it's very funny because it was a whole different world. You know, you left the house, nobody knew where you were.
No.
Street lights, come home, or not.
Yeah. Oh, completely different world.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
look at anything, like, you know, Halloween, all these different things that are different now. I read a great book called What Happened to You, and it's more along the brain development wiring that gets messed up with certain, you know, childhood traumas or, you know, experiences, and kind of how our brain kind of wires
has to
itself
wire
incorrectly.
itself. Yeah.
And at some point, you know, if you kind of deal with your stuff or your baggage or your whatever you want to call it, you kind of have to rewire it, right? So
Yeah.
that you're not thinking the way you thought your whole life.
Right.
And that in a book, how to think the way to the life you want.
Ooh, I like that.
Bruce Doyle, Dr. Bruce Doyle, and incredible, simple, short book. Even I could read it. I can read, I just don't like to.
Me neither.
You know, books on tape. But it's just incredible, you know, talks about a girl who was told you can't sing. So she didn't sing the rest of her life, even though she had a great voice.
Yes,
And
yes.
found out in like her late 20s, wait a minute, I love singing.
Yeah, yeah.
That kind of thing.
Exactly. That whole like idea of I forget what Lady Antebellum or whatever, they didn't make it on Idol,
Okay, yeah.
and they just kept going.
Oh,
And
Lady Antebellum?
yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's
You're better at the pronunciation. I just kind of
which is kind of funny, actually, because most people think I sound completely stupid with the accent. But yeah, no, it's interesting to kind of go back and look at your childhood and what happened, and a lot of the stuff wasn't anyone doing it with malice or with
Correct.
anything.
Correct.
You know,
They just
it
didn't
was-
know any better.
No, we didn't know any better.
Halloween, perfect example. Complete whatever. You
Yeah,
know,
it was
you go
it
into
was
strangers'
chaos.
houses. You've got like I grew up here in Melrose, and so we were right on the Stoneham line. So we used to go up Phillips Road, which was like a quiet street. My street was busy, so we weren't going to be walking in the middle of that street. But I can remember like hundreds of kids.
Hundreds of kids.
And just, you know, nobody's walking with you. No parents are with you.
Nope.
And
Bowls of candy that the first kid took it all, right? If they left a bowl out, there was nothing left for you. If someone went up and took one, you were like, you loser.
how about
What's wrong with you?
the a-hole neighbor that gave you raisins?
Oh, and apples and
Oh,
stupid
come
shit.
on.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
there was all kinds of, but that's, you know,
and so fast
But
forward.
it's different.
It is different. That may have been a little too loose, but you fast forward now, and my street has a pretty good amount of kids on it, but this one family, they are so overprotective of their children. It is crazy.
Yep.
They don't even let them like get out of their seat and walk to the house. They're like carried. And I think it's because they're impatient. I think it's, you know, like, all right,
well, it's
listen.
the society we live in. Everyone gets a trophy.
Yeah, well,
It's
yeah,
ruined everything.
Yes.
It's ruined everything.
Yep.
And I've taught for many years. And parents now don't want their kids to have feel any uncomfortability.
Correct.
They want everything to go smooth, and what they don't realize is life is full of uncomfortable moments. Life is full of adversity. Life is full of failure.
You need that tool
You
belt.
need that failure.
Yes.
To learn how not to fail again, and B, how to be resilient. That's why sports are great.
Yeah.
When they're done right.
Yes.
They're great because you learn all those things, and it doesn't matter what sport you're playing. Hockey's the best, but that's beside the point.
Obvi.
But and that's what's lacking in society today.
100%.
And I think I'm not saying that you let your kids go play on a busy street,
Right.
but there is a balance to it, and I think the pendulum has swung way over to the wrong side.
I agree.
And and the helicopter, snowplow, they come off, all these names of
Yeah,
parents that, and it's gotten worse and worse over the years, teaching wise. Parents, why'd my kid get a 40 on this quiz? Well, because he didn't study.
Yeah.
That's why.
And why did he miss recess? Well, I'm the teacher.
He didn't do his work.
He didn't do his work. He was talking in class.
Yeah.
He missed his recess. We didn't have
Yep.
parents that questioned other parents.
No.
That's what they do
Or
now.
question, not that all teachers were great back in the day. I had plenty of suck ones too. But, teachers were respected by the students and the parents.
Yes.
And some, like I said, sucked, but,
Yeah.
there was a respect there. It's no different than police. We used to have the utmost respect for police. Now, I'm not saying every cop is great.
Right.
There's bad apples in
Bad
every
apples
freaking
everywhere.
business, right?
Yep.
So, the bad apples are the bad apples. And no matter what you pick, they're out there. And every, there's stockbrokers and there's this and whatever you want to pick. There's
I
bad
agree.
ones.
There's gotta
but
be
there's
bad
a
ones,
shit
but
ton of good ones too.
Yep.
But, I always laugh and say, the cop pulls you over, be respectful. And chances are you're not getting a ticket.
Right.
Be an asshole and guess what? Now, I'm not saying there's situations where they overstep and all that.
Oh,
and
of
don't
course.
write letters.
But
all right, but you know what I mean?
But-
And it's
Just generally, just be polite.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like when my child was probably like 5, I got a call from another mother. And she's like, my son is upset because your son called him Four Eyes. Now, that wouldn't have even been noticed in school.
No.
But the bottom line is this child wears glasses and he needs to toughen up. What are you going to call every mother? So what happened was a couple of weeks later, this child with the glasses said to Frankie, you have hillbilly teeth. And I said to Frankie, you do.
you can eat corn through a picket fence. It's
said,
all right.
I
It's
said, you
okay.
get braces. But I'm not going to say you don't.
No. Well, the teaching point there too is, and we deal with that in school, is you tell the kid who called him Four Eyes, hey, try not to say things that could be hurtful.
Right.
And you got to understand that you might mean it as a joke, but they might not take it that way. And then
Right.
you tell the kid with glasses, listen, words can't hurt you unless you allow them. They
Yeah.
bounce around some bones I can't name.
Yeah.
Choose not to, I say it in my comedy act, choose not to be offended. Because
Exactly.
that is a choice. You can choose how you feel about what everyone said.
Right.
Kids will come up, so-and-so call me stupid. My first question is, well, are you? Because if you are, I can't help it. If you say yes, I can't. But if you say no, then I say, why does it bother you?
Right.
Let it go.
Right.
What do you care?
But here's the
know?
thing. You wear a lot of hats. Let's go over this. So you're a
Yeah.
teacher.
Yes.
Of what grade?
4th and 5th grade at a Montessori school.
Okay. You run a podcast,
Chirping Zebras.
Chirpin'
Yes.
Zebras. You could be in the second season of this movie.
Hopefully, yep.
Front
full
line,
ride.
full ride, front
Yep.
line.
I'm on the front line. Yes, I'm on the front line.
I'm not surprised. So you
and
got.
then comedy, and then
yeah.
I referee hockey still.
Oh, I knew I missed something. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to not be bored, and I like to keep moving, and
Moving and grooving.
I'm the past couple of years I've been teaching part-time now,
Okay.
doing comedy full-time. The podcast is starting to become full-time. We got some great stuff coming up with it.
Yeah.
Great event on March 15th for the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Got a float. going
Now
in
is
the
that
parade.
a Saturday?
It's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to do the parade float, And then we have a live taping at Laugh Boston that
Oh
night.
my God, that's going to be great.
And we have Jonathan Diaby and Terry Ryan, Dolo and Ted Hitchcock from Shoresy coming on the float, coming on the show. We're going to do it right. We're
You're
going to
gonna
have
have
an
a great
all-day
day.
party. Oh, it's going to be
But
off the
I'm
hook.
very similar to you. I feel like I'm better busy.
Oh, yeah.
I just, you know, I do this, I do the comedy, I write, you
Yep.
know, I've written a few little short stories and stuff, but it just,
Yeah.
I feel like maybe it's our ADHD, I don't know, but we like to
100%.
you know, I like to have a lot of
100%.
projects going on at one
Yeah.
time.
No, I like being busy, and it's funny because this past week we had school vacation, so I've
Right.
been spending a lot of time organizing podcast stuff, but I've been able to watch a ton of Olympics, and I freaking love the Olympics. I
Yeah.
love it. I can't. Curling is one of my favorite. I don't understand a goddamn thing, but I can't stop watching it.
I think it's the funniest sport ever. Like, I remember being a kid and going, what the hell are they doing with the sweeping?
And not for nothing, the Denmark team and the Swedish team, the women's team, they're kind of hot. I'm going to be honest with you. Not a heated rivalry situation at all right? And I'm not saying there's not some other good-looking athletes out there. But let's
But
just
yeah.
say there's a lot of Olympic athletes that, you know, I would swipe right.
Okay,
on.
okay.
That's all I'm
you know
saying.
what? I love your honesty.
And I'm single, so don't write letters. Don't. I can swipe all I want. All right. So
Yeah, please do.
Don't think that.
Yeah.
You know. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just saying. I've enjoyed the Olympics.
So you can add future dating in the busyness.
Yeah. Well, you know. Yeah. I think all the kind of the relationships I've been ended, and I found out the problem was me.
No.
I didn't see it coming. But but I got my Frankie Chirps now, my little Yorkie.
Yeah.
Frankie Chirps, who's out on Instagram, cutest dog in the world.
Love it.
Him and I mean, it's a great relationship.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
he understands me, I understand him. He likes watching hockey.
Let's go over it again. The 15th.
15th,
The parade
Celtic
and-
Parade and Laugh Boston.
Love it.
7 o'clock, live taping. Dolo's going to do some rap songs. He's a big rapper in Canada.
Excellent.
He's going to finish the night with some songs. We have a VIP meet and greet party afterwards.
Yeah.
Tickets on laughboston.com. And then we're also doing a cool raffle. So I do a lot of work with the Warrior for Life Fund.
Yep.
It's out of Virginia Beach, helps Navy SEALs, retired and current Navy SEALs and their families. And I'm running a raffle that benefits them. All the money goes to them.
Yep.
The winner gets to ride on the float with a friend, go to dinner with us,
Super fun.
front row seats at the show, and access to the VIP, all for $20.
Oh my
So you
God.
can go to merrymenfoundation.org. That's where you can buy those tickets. And if you're looking to sponsor and throw your logo on the float or
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
T-shirts or at Laugh Boss, by all means,
Reach out to you?
Reach out to
Okay.
me, and we'll. We're
Okay,
gonna be
what's the
throwing
best
stuff
way?
out. I'm pretty easy. MarkRileyComedy.com is my website.
MarkRileyComedy.com.
ChirpingZebras.com.
Chirpingzebras.com.
Or just Google me, and I usually come
Goofball.
up. Google it. Google Mark Riley, not Matt. do not Google Matt the comedian. You will not find me.
Oh my gosh,
Mark
thank you
Riley.
so much. This
no.
was so much fun. Thank you for coming out. We'll do
it's
it
a
again.
Blast. The half hour. It's like a
nothing.
comedy set. It's already over. I
I know.
want to keep going. I want to do more
Yeah, we're going to do another
work.
one.
I'll have to come back.
Yeah, we'll come.
It's
we'll
so
bring you
easy
back
to
in the
get to
spring.
Melrose.
I know. From Weymouth.
Holy. I think I'd rather try to get through Fallujah
Yeah,
than,
yeah,
than
definitely.
Melrose.
Oh,
but
God.
I love it over here.
Yeah,
So-
no, it's great. It's
No,
great. I'm
thanks
so
for
glad I
having me.
met
This
you.
has been awesome.
This is wonderful.
Yeah,
and
we'll
this
do
will
it
be
again.
up on YouTube. Hope you all enjoyed the show. I know I did.
I did.
Yeah.
I had a blast.
That's enough. That's enough. That's all we need. Good night.